Howdy folks, and welcome back to Hilda. Today we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 10, which is titled The Yule Lads. And I did see in the little thumbnail on Netflix, we are getting these mischievous-looking little gremlin children-looking things that I've called out here in the intro the last couple episodes. We get them this time, and with the title The Yule Lads, I have to assume that we're getting some kind of a Christmas special for Hilda, or, you know, whatever pagan Yule traditions that the Christians then co-opted and appropriated into their own kind of religion to try to, you know, get other people to convert back in the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, history of religion aside, potentially something of a Christmas special here for Hilda, which is exciting. Cue the Earthbound Winters music for probably both the intro and outro of this video. Unless the title is just completely misleading, we get debated again, in which case, you know, I look silly here, and we have, you know, if not that, then I guess the Summer's theme from I don't even remember what the Summer's theme from Earthbound sounds like, but, you know, if we don't get any kind of wintry kind of stuff happening in this one, cue the Summer's theme for the end of the video. But yeah, I'm excited to watch this. The last one, what an excellent episode. I think after editing and soul searching a little bit, I think I'm ready to declare that that is the best episode of Hilda so far. When I was watching it, I guess it was paced so well, I didn't even notice that it was a good couple minutes longer than a normal episode. It was about 30 minutes in length total, so about a good 7 minutes longer than a typical episode, and I didn't even notice until the end. In fact, when I was editing, to kind of peel back the curtain a little bit, I edit on my lunch breaks at work on a laptop that I have. And I can typically get through editing a video in 2 days, 2 lunch breaks. And I get through the first day of editing and I'm like, why do I have so much episode left? I wasn't slacking. I was, you know, going at the pace I usually go for editing. And then I realized that, oh, the episode itself is just 30 minutes long. Whoops. I didn't even notice. That just speaks how good the episode was, that I didn't even notice the extra added time because I was just so enthralled, engrossed in the episode. Phenomenal stuff last time. And I did go and look, and there's, I think, 3 episodes that are longer. The season 2 finale is, I think, 45 minutes or so. There's another episode early on in season 3 that's about 30 or 25 minutes, so just a few minutes longer than a typical episode. But the season 3 finale, the series finale of Hilda, is an hour and 17 minutes long, so pretty much about the same length as the Hilda and the Mountain King movie. Feature length, regardless of that episode. So I get 2 Hilda movies I get to edit. Yay! So, hey, you know, we'll get there when we get there. But we are in double digits here for season 2. We are getting close to the end, which means Hilda the Mountain King is coming up sooner than later. So that'll be the longest thing I will have edited up until this point. But hey, we're not here to watch Hilda the Mountain King today. But by the time this hits the main feed, you know, close enough over on Patreon, which as I scooch over, I'll go ahead and click the Patreon. If you want to support the channel a little further, get further ahead, and get uncut, unedited reactions, head over to the Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video. And as always, leave a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this episode. If I don't sound 100%, it's because I've just gotten over being sick over the last couple days. I'm feeling 90% today, but yesterday I knocked me on my ass yesterday. I stayed home from work even. I haven't stayed home from work sick in a very long time, since I had COVID back in 2022, I want to say. I've taken personal days, but not a sick day. Yikes. But nope, I was in bed all day yesterday. I feel much better today. I will be much better by the time this actually hits the main feed in a couple weeks. But to commemorate all that, I have throat coat tea here tonight. So as always, what are you drinking while you watch this episode? Hope you're drinking something you enjoy, you know, something a little health oriented like this today. But regardless, you know, do all the YouTube things like I said. And let us get started with, you know, this is a little chunky intro for a Hilda video. I like it. Let's start up Hilda Season 2, Episode 10, The Yule Lads, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Another cold open. Hey, that's just a deer. What, tell me we're gonna see a fox? Like a normal fox after this? No, just a bear. A bear. Or, no, that ain't no bear. And now we get our intro. Interesting. The Yule. Well, there are more than 3 of them in this one. At least in that little, intro. I think we only see 3 of them in the intro. On the title screen I was talking about. And people are hanging up their Christmas lights, so no Summer's Earthbound theme for the ending of this video.
I still don't totally understand this Trollberg Winter Festival. So we're going to the market to sell broth for the sparrow scouts.
That's right.
Broth.
There's a special tree.
The Sonnenstanzel tree.
It only blooms at night. It's very rare.
Ah.
So when it does, we have a huge party.
And we cover it with lights and ornaments. And we put a star on top. What is it, boy?
Is that part of the Winter Festival as well?
Mysterious cabin in the city?
Not that I know of.
Cabin at the end of the street? That's not the house. Way early in season 1, I think, she described one house as having a rustic-looking door, but I think it was just boarded up. I don't think it's this house.
Sounds like a party.
One we're not invited to, Hilda.
If they didn't want us to come in, they should have locked the door.
Oh, it's them. I would say they're Santa's little elves, but we have actual elves in this series. They're not Nissa. I'm trying to piece together what they look like.
Don't worry.
To me.
No harm.
They're little
We heard a party.
bandit masks that they're wearing.
We're selling broth.
We want to ask
Oh,
you something.
hold on.
Are you naughty kids?
No.
Are you naughty? Nice. Hang on. I need to look something up real quick. Yeah. Okay. There's a game that I played a long time ago on Steam. It was actually made by Telltale, who made, like The Walking Dead, Sam and Max. They made a bunch of stuff. I got like a Humble Bundle from them that had like, those games, Back to the Future. They made a Game of Thrones game, I think, Wolf Among Us, which is very, very good. But in that little bundle came these 2 games called Puzzle Agent and Puzzle Agent 2, and I didn't really give them much mind. But a friend of mine said, oh, they're actually really good, play them. And there were hidden people, is at least that's what they were called when I just Googled the game, because it all of a sudden clicked where I knew them from. It was like an FBI agent who was going to investigate some town, and there are these little elf-looking hidden people, and they kind of looked like these guys. They had, especially this guy here that I'm paused on, the red. I'm sure I'm putting a picture of this guy on the screen right here, but it's very similar, especially like around the eyes from what I think I remember just as I Googled, and kind of like bearded. They were very evil in that game from what I remember. It's been a very long time since I've played those games, but I remember them being fun little plays. If you haven't, I'm sure they go super cheap on Steam. There's my game recommendation for this Hilda video. Let's get back to the episode.
No, I don't think so.
Told ya.
Shouldn't sneak up on people.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Lots of habit.
Who are you guys?
I'm Curtis Snicker.
We're the Yule Lads. Ain't you seen the title of this video, of this
These
episode?
fellas and I are the 13 Yule Lads.
Ah, 13
There's
of
only
them.
7 of you.
Those are dwarves, you idiot!
We find kids that are naughty.
Oh, very naughty.
What do you want with naughty kids?
We feed them to Krampus, we do.
They're good
Oh.
kids. We can tell them.
No.
Not until they've been triple checked.
Nah, Hilda's naughty.
Have you ever thrown rocks and or heavy sticks at your neighbor's window?
Well, no.
Oh, swiped a shilling from your mum's purse.
Or do you sneak out once when you're grounded and go on a time-traveling adventure? You ever done that one, little girl?
But no.
Yo, that classic cartoon, like, er-ee sound effect there.
But no.
So good.
But you did bring a troll rock into the city, Hilda.
Oh. No, that was
David,
you, David.
That was you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're in charge of making sure kids get candy on the morning after the Sonnenstanzel tree blooms.
But there's not enough candy for every child, so we skip the ones who are naughty.
And feed them to Krampus.
Then how about you prove it by spotting the naughty kids for us?
Quick, where's
I don't
the
know.
Mara?
I don't feel right judging people like that. All the kids in Trollberg will be there, but I can't promise any are naughty.
Please buy our broth.
Oops, sorry boys, shift change.
Oh, so there are more of them. There are 13.
The first lad. It's kind of like being the oldest brother. Got to look out for the young ones. Hey!
Oh, now they're being naughty. Also, speaking of cartoon sound effects, the little sound effect. That's one of my favorites.
Whoa.
Oh, those shots are cool. I always love
My mum would
reflection
love
shots
this.
like that.
Oh, dear. Tips?
35 bells? That's not a lot in Animal Crossing.
Steer clear of that blue-haired girl. She's a witch in sheep's clothing.
Oh, no. No, it's Frida who's the witch, actually. You're wrong, lady.
We'll see who's afraid.
Is that same kid that dropped the Thunderbird in the river? Way back in season 1? Aw. Oh, no. Oh, it's, yeah, the thing that we saw. Yo, is that Krampus, actually? We did see snow globes earlier. Isn't that a Krampus thing? I watched that movie Krampus like years and years ago. Great Halloween or Christmas horror flick.
We might have to do double shift, lads. You're not going to finish this, are you?
The candle? Ugh. Another classic cartoon sound effect, that chomp.
Just between you and me, I think your candle's gone bad.
Would you like to try some vegetable broth instead?
I think your vegetable broth's gone bad too.
It's on me.
Not the tips.
Oh, my.
Oh no, is she gonna have to buy for all the other lads?
12 bowls, 6 to go.
Great. That'll be $22.50.
Oh, the thing about that is, lining of my coat is devoid of cash.
Well then fuck off, kid. That's just capitalism. That's not being naughty.
Fine. We'll give it to you.
Oh, very
Hilda.
kind of you. Naughties you are not.
That sucks. Give these lads an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
Careful, it's hot.
I landed it right.
No! Fuck off, kid. Snowballs are deadly to the lads.
Naughty, you've just got it. Trevor's the worst.
Maybe not the worst, but he does a lot of mean things.
No, he sucks. Yeah, look at that!
The broth!
That's
Case in
definitely
point.
naughty.
He must get it from his mum. She's Queen Naughty.
Oh.
Adults can be naughty.
Oh
Why
no.
not?
This is the best news I've heard in years.
Oh, this sounds... See, the kids just don't get any candy. The adults get fed to Krampus.
We're the Sparrow Scouts. Come by our boring broth made of dirty roots and mold.
How did you know the secret ingredient?
I've been hit!
David down. He's died a third time in the series. Oh no. Oh, Twig. Oh, broth.
So much for getting Mum's present.
You know, that kid Trevor owes them a whole pot full of... enough money for the whole pot.
Hilda, can you please stop leaving used tea bags on the counter? They stain the tile.
Sorry, Mum. Won't happen again.
Just throw them in the trash like I do before I record every time.
She's right, you know,
What, that it stains the tile?
that you leave a mess. Don't see me leaving stuff.
Look at Alpha kicking his little feet. Everything he does, I love. He's just so extra all the time. I think Alpha's my favorite character.
So tired of watching your poor mum scrub the counters that I have to take a nap.
Damn, got her.
I'm sorry about all the mess around the house. I'll be better about cleaning up after myself.
Ooh, she's gonna get a complex that she actually is naughty.
If you aren't, Grilla will get you.
Who?
It's an old winter tale about an ogre who
Okay.
comes after naughty children on the night the sun standstill tree lights up.
So it's not Krampus. Grilla, I think she said.
So tell me more about this Grilla ogre.
She's an
Grilla.
ogress,
Okay, I did hear
of
correctly.
sorts. No one knows exactly where she lives, and few have ever seen her face. But legend says she sniffs out naughty children and she turns them into stew.
Ooh.
That's terrifying. Tell me more.
I don't know which joke to use. Do I go with the he can make Trevor into a new batch of broth, or make a South Park reference with Scott Tenorman? When, you know, Cartman... Spoilers for a 20-year-old South Park episode, 20-plus-year-olds, but Cartman is dealing with a bully and ends up killing his parents and turning them into chili that he then feeds to the kid. Classic South Park episode, man. Back when I any South Park heads in the comments, that when I was in high school, that was like my favorite show. And then just all of a sudden I was just like, I'm kind of over it. I haven't watched South Park in since I was in college. So it's been a good, probably about 10 years or so since I've actually watched any South Park. I hear it's a lot different now, but I just can't bring myself to care about it. Uh-oh.
Trevor, what have I told
Oh.
you about screaming in the middle of the night?
Oh, she's getting got too.
Aha! See? You tea bag on the counter too. That's a double standard.
Uh-oh.
Me doing it once isn't the same as you doing it dozens of times.
Dozens?
Hundreds even, according to my legend.
No! You keep track, Alpha, you snitch.
Oh, you don't have to buy me anything.
It's for my mum. I want to give her something nice.
I already
even
bought
if
you
she
2
urges
cups
it
of broth, you
sometimes. Like
asshole.
this morning, she went...
Oh, she's naughty.
Uh-oh. No.
It's more that she gets mad at me for doing the same thing she does sometimes.
Hilda, shut up. You're outing the both of you.
Almost enough for that snow globe. Where did Kurt go off to?
Oh, you're not gonna have a mother to bring a gift back to.
Help me hide this.
Uh-oh.
Mum? Mum, is everything okay?
Nope.
She wouldn't just leave.
Trying to see what that is on the TV, if that's like anything. I can't tell if it's a reference to anything.
According to legend, the Yule lads work for the ogress Grilla. All year long, they
Ah.
work to prepare for when she awakes from her seasons-long slumber. In order to satisfy her hunger and not become the meal themselves, they wait until just before she wakes to gather the main ingredient for her grand feast.
Naughty people.
Naughty children. And now he's got my mum and probably Trevor too.
But more importantly, my mom.
Tontu, we need to hurry. We'll get Frida and David on the way.
Oh, you promised we wouldn't use the nowhere space for everyday travel.
Is it every day that my mum would be captured by a bunch of hooligans so she could be fed to an ogre?
Well, no. You got me there. I don't think Alpha has anything to worry about. He's, number one, I don't know if they have contract on file with the elves to where they could even see him. Number two, even if he was naughty, kind of little wouldn't make a very satisfying meal, I don't
Candle
think.
snatcher!
It's just...
I've been clean for
Fine, you got me.
years.
I am, in fact, naughty.
You're not innocent either, Slicker, Kurt Croker, the sheep harasser.
The sheep started it. Come on, lads. The gig's up.
Right assholes they are.
And said she was going to eat me for it. She disagreed and told me naughty lads belong in a stew pot. So I said, I'll find you 2 naughty lads if you spare me.
Then she tried to cook up me and Kit Crooker here, but we
And then
promised her 4 lads.
Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a naughty kid pyramid scheme.
None of you are naughty. You just did some naughty things, like stuffing my mother in a sack. But you can make them right. And I've got an idea how.
The veggie broth?
You liked it well enough, right? Why shouldn't Grilla?
She's going vegan, she is.
Everyone will be safely returned to their homes if you show us how to make it.
Not the hidden recipe.
Secret ingredient.
No.
Oh, there's someone naughty you can have. You can keep that one. Yes, chef. Why'd they have to bring him back? Yeah, they've done a really good job, like only showing from behind or blurred. I guess technically she is wearing a bit of a mask. It's great design. Oh, the broth just like spills out as she's dragging it.
It worked.
Oh, there's the bloom. Everyone's gonna say, hey, there's kids up in the tree. I thought everyone was supposed to be gathered around when this happens. Okay, here they come.
Hilda? Hilda, where are you?
I'm missing the ceremony. Oh, you better get there, Joanna.
Hilda, over here.
Hooray! She made it. And it wasn't even a thing.
I'm sorry. I don't have a...
Hilda! You forgot this.
Aw, hey!
I use my tips.
Aw.
So much candy.
Thank you.
Good friend, David. Frida said, I didn't give nothing.
Oh, Hilda.
I hate it. Nah, that is nice.
Beautiful.
Is that how it ends? Oh, no. One more scene. Oh. She loved it. Back asleep. We better get sleigh bells in the typical... No. Oh, hold on. Who was that? I just need to rewind a couple seconds to see featuring Andy Serkis. Oh man, if only my voice wasn't like, if only my throat wasn't hurting so bad. One of my biggest claims to fame in high school when the Lord of the Rings movies were coming out was I could do a spot on Gollum. I can try here, just know that I have been sick. I didn't know that this was the case, that I was gonna have to do this on command, but just, you know, I could just rile up a group of nerds by just going, "They're thieves, filthy little thieves." And, you know, like I said, my throat's kind of hurting today. I hope that was fine. I used to have like a bunch of Gollum things memorized, like, "You keep your filthy chips, give us the fish raw and wiggling." So yeah, I'm a little out of practice with my Gollum, but it's, you know, it's fun to bring it in from time to time. If my Gollum impression just blew your mind, leave a comment below. That was a fun episode. Oh, I didn't even say who Andy Serkis played. He was, I guess, the lead Yule lad, Kurt, whatever his name was. It was something really Swedish sounding. The red one, the one that Hilda interacted with the most, the candle snatcher, right? Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun Christmas episode without being too Christmassy. Like, it felt in place with a bunch of the other Hilda stuff. Like, yes, just an episodic story. It didn't really have much in the way of plot or like add to anything overall. It was just a nice little chunk of story with the typical kind of Hilda flair that we go for. Hilda kind of learns a lesson. She kind of grapples with the fact that she's kind of been a bit of a brat the last show, the whole show basically. But, you know, kind of, you know, after her, this felt really good coming after her kind of grounded arc, where she kind of is able to look back and say, well, maybe I am kind of bad a lot of the time. Maybe I don't learn from my mistakes, right? As the lyrics to the song go. So the fact that she was kind of able to say like, well, no, I am changing a little bit. I am making a bit of an effort, you know, even if there was a little bit of hypocrisy, also like we saw with Joanna, you know, as she grounded Hilda and felt bad about it. She admitted that she herself got in trouble as a kid, you know. There's a whole conversation to be had about cycles repeating and all that kind of stuff. She herself leaves the tea bags on the counter, which is, you know, as an avid tea drinker, disgusting behavior. You should both be ashamed of yourselves. You put the fucking tea bag in the trash when you're done steeping it. Thank you very much. Never come to my house, Hilda and or Joanna. Thank you. Good night. Yeah, it's just totally irresponsible it's not that hard to just throw your tea bag away when you're done. I don't understand that one. Unrealistic. 0 out of 10 episode. But no, it was, you know, it was nice to see kind of a bit more of the reconciliation of that, you know, and, you know, Hilda, despite everything, you know, she loves her mom so much. At least she didn't have to go to great lengths to get the gift, and she, you know, felt bad that she didn't have anything to give her anyway. David being the best friend one can have, you know, I use my tips to get this for your mom. You're welcome. So she was able to get her something, which was very, very nice. I'm glad she didn't get her any kind of a bell, because her mom seems kind of sick of bells at this point. Yeah, it was just a lovely, sweet episode. I feel bad for it that it's following the last couple, because the last couple have been like super good in the context of all the Hilda episodes, like way up there at the top. Like I said, I think the last episode is the best episode of Hilda to date. So any episode that was going to follow it, unless it was just a complete barn burner of an episode, was just going to, I don't want to say feel disappointing, but just not to the same caliber. And it wasn't. It was just, you know, a status quo, good, decent episode of Hilda. Even if, you know, amidst all the little cartoon sound effects we got, we didn't get the little Hanna-Barbera running bongos. I don't know. Probably not. I think that's a little too cartoony for Hilda. But, you know, we got some of the others, and they made me happy every time. So, hey, what's your favorite stock cartoon sound effect? Is it Tom's scream from Tom and Jerry, which I'm sure I'm probably playing right now? I have a lot of extra editing work to do in this one, just random other stuff to add in. But I like when I can incorporate other stuff, like the Aurora Borealis last time. You know, it's just fun little editing stuff. I love when I can do special stuff, or like kind of memes within episodes, like a running gag throughout a whole episode. I love that kind of stuff, and I try to incorporate those whenever I can, whenever it makes sense. So enjoy some stock cartoon sound effects here. Here's a slide whistle. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to say. What did you think of this episode? As always, like I said before, leave me a comment, let me know. And with all that being said, I'll catch you next time with some more Hilda. Take it easy, everybody.